Hello! It's time again for Lucky 9, our not actually patented, system for looking at random items from Wish.com, the internet's premier peddler of piffle and tat and all that kind of stuff. The way it works is this: there will be 9 items. The first 8 are chosen thusly. Random word generator website, whichever word it comes up with, put it in Wish.com, and by the first item it lists for me that it's £5 or under. But the 9th item has to be more expensive. It can be up to £15 and has to be more than 10. Right, what is item number 1 today? Potato. Potato. We've all seen Lord of the Rings. It's this. Is it a soft toy potato? I don't know. There's a lot of text on the back. Mostly it's telling me about an area of China, room 306A, where apparently this came from. It is a plush doll. Let's see how beautiful a doll this is. Let's see how many small girls in Victorian dramas would cling on to this for emotional support. Probably not many. Well, it's got a bit of hair. It's a hairy potato. If you do have any hairy potatoes in your house, throw them out. They've gone off. It has little... you don't even see. It's got little, like, spots. Well, the potato's eyes, I suppose, as they're called. I don't know if you can make those out. Can you see that one? Can you see it there? Just about. You can sort of feel them more than you can see them. Yeah, well, I mean, it's very soft, so that's good. Its face looks a bit punched in. It kind of looks like it's dead. So, yeah... Well, I see at least where the word potato fits into it, I suppose. Next item. Jelly. Jelly. Well, if you're wondering if this was going to be something jellyfish related, I think you're right. It's supposed to be like a cute emoji jellyfish thing. There's 2 of them, and they're kind of gooey. I don't really... It's not shedding much light on this. Here we are. Squeezing toy is how it's describing it. Squeezing toy. Fair enough. Right, what's in the bag? More bags by the looks of it. Yep, here we are. Okay. So this one's kind of... was sort of eyes are dropping off or something. That's not looking too amazing. Give it a bit of colour there. It's very translucent. There's a slight pinkish tint to it, which I don't know if you can make that out at home or not. But yeah, this is a... yeah, the face has fallen off, let's just say that. Let's open this one, which has less of a collapsed face going on. Right, thick plastic thing. Oh, it's really... well, it's very flat on one edge. And then it's that. It feels quite sticky. Not massively sticky, but sticky enough that if you drop this on the carpet, it would be fucking ruined. The thing, not the carpet. It'd just be full of fluff and dirt and bits of horrible stuff that you'll see and go, how did that get in the carpet? Why didn't the Hoover pick that up? Anyway, apparently you can squeeze it. It was squeezed. Okay, can you stretch it? Yes. Seconds of gooey fun. Well, £2.41 for 2. What a world we live in. Yeah. I mean, you could stick it on... oh, you wouldn't want to stick it on the wall. I bet if you stuck this on a painted wall or something, it would leave a really horrible dark stain. It's that kind of gooey consistency stuff. Do you know what I mean? But hey, if you're extremely stressed, you can go, it's all stuck to my hand, and then feel worse. So, you know. Great. Next item. Professor. Professor. Well, a professor is somebody who teaches or is highly qualified and all that kind of stuff. What will that be in this bag? It will be a small pendant. Okay. And the... ooh, this bag is weird. What's going on with this bag? Oh, hang on. I see. It's folded over like that. Then you have to open it up like this. Bloody hell. High security. We got there. And it says... hang on, I don't think we can quite get this to see. It's so reflective. There we are. It says, wait, I see a rock. Well, everybody wants a rock to wind a piece of string around. That is a truth universally known. But, okay then, so I'm assuming this is for a geologist, a geology professor? Is that the... oh, you can see it quite well there. Is that the gag? And they're like, oh, we're off to do something, but I've seen a rock and I'm interested in rocks due to being a geologist, so we must stop. Okay, then it's not a very nice pendant, I've got to say. It doesn't even look very keyringy. Do you know what I mean? It's got that kind of... it looks more like something you would see on a dog's collar. So if you've got a dog that's into geology, perfect! Next item. Sauce. Source. Oh, what is this the source of? Have they sent me the source of all evil? That would be interesting, but no. They have sent me main light switch, press and hold for 2 seconds. Oh yes, it's the multifunctional keychain light. Yay! Right, let's see what it's like. We've got a USB-C charging cable. Well, USB-A to USB-C, okay. Some slightly smashed up instructions there. And here it is. Oh, it looks very rugged. This is the sports model of small torches. Right, we've got 2 LEDs in the front. Some sort of LED panel is set under somewhere. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. There's a big sticker on it. I'm not sure I appreciate the big sticker. What is under the big sticker? You find you shouldn't take it off now, just immediately explode. Oh, all the other LEDs. Oh, what a great spot for a sticker. Well done. Perfect. Yep, right, glad we peeled that one off. So this button has power, so I presume if you press it... Oh, well, it's not charged. Should have opened it beforehand and checked if it was charged. Oh, it's got a battery on it. Not a battery, a magnet. What can we stick that to? Ah, how about this pendant? No, that's not magnetic, apparently. What about this? Oh, no, there's not enough. I'm not sure. That is a magnet on the bottom, actually. We'll check that shortly. I'll find something that's actually metal it will stick to. But anyway, let's try holding the button in. It did say hold on for 2 seconds. Yes, there we are. Whoa! Down, 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 down. That's pretty damn bright for a single LED. Press it again. Nothing. Oh no, press it again twice, and there we are. We've got... Cool. Just caught that in my eye. Didn't really want that. That is very bright. That is very impressive. I suppose these things have come on leaps and bounds over the years. Press it again, and it just turns one of them off. Okay, cool. And presumably this controls the back ones. Yes. Whoa! Look at that. So if you're, I don't know, having to work under a desk on a computer or something and it's dark, that's extremely useful. Press it again, and not sure much happened there. Whoa! Straight to just red, glowing red, and a little row of blue at the top, which is odd. Press it again, and whoa! Ha! What? That's a bit bizarre. You can pretend you're a police car or something, and it keeps cycling in different speeds and stuff. Wasn't expecting that, but okay, and we're back to this. Oh, my goodness. Well, there we are. I would hope the battery would last quite some time, the sort of modern lithium-ion, but I'm sure it's got the cheapest thing in the world in. I mean, after all, this was £2.99, but that's pretty good. It feels like something that will actually take a bit of a hammering if you use it as an actual keyring, but, yeah... It's a super bright... I'm not convinced by battery life, but then again, you're probably not going to use it for that long. Keep it charged up every so often. It's probably a good little thing. I like it. Well done, Torch. You win this amount of points. Some. Next item. Tense. Tense. So the last item was a light source. What would tense be? The answer is these. Right, let's open them up. We've got one is black, and we've got one is multicoloured. Okay. So what are they? What is the deal? Well, I know, but I'm wondering if they say anything on here. Not that I can see. But it is made by Hongzeng Laser, apparently. So that's something to remember in your life. Right, anybody got any ideas at home? Some of you will have instantly recognised these if they're relevant to you. Everyone else is probably going... So, these are a kind of stim, or, what's a better term for it? A self-regulation thing, maybe? Tool of some type? So the idea is, if you are suffering from sensory overload, suffering from bad anxiety, or you're getting sort of the urge to pull your hair or, pick at your skin or something, what you can do is squeeze this in your hand, and it hurts a little bit. Ow! Ow, it is a bit hurty due to spikes, but that can then distract your body from said behaviour. And you haven't necessarily got to squeeze in your hand, you can push it against your leg or, whatsoevers. So I think these are actually based and are basically knockoffs of something specific called a little ouchie. And I'm pretty sure these are just knockoffs, to be perfectly honest with you. For starters, they're both 3D printed. You don't know if you can tell, but can you see on there? Yeah, you can see the sort of texture, but also they've been printed at a very high quality, but if you run your thumbnail over it, hang on, I'll put it right next to the microphone. Yeah, you can feel the layer lines there. So yeah, I mean, I like the fact that you can get 2 of these for £2.61, because they're quite useful, you know, if you are somebody who is afflicted with such things and you can help yourself out with them. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're a knockoff of an actual existing product, so that's a bit naughty, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it's a generic design. I'm not 100% sure, but I remain unconvinced that this isn't a bit of a rip-off of something. But there we are. Well, what can we say except next item? Miracle. Miracle. Now, my friends, you will see a true miracle of magic, because it's one of them magic tricks, isn't it? Look, here it is. It is a plastic box. But what's in the box? 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rattly, rattly, dicey, dicey. Right, put the lid on. It's just an empty plastic lid. Stick that on there, and we now get a drinking glass from the kitchen. This was not included as part of the trick. And another dice. Dicey, dicey, dicey. And poof. It's come up a 6. How astonishingly magic. There couldn't have been a 1 in 6 chance of that. But the thing is, now when you take the lid off, bum, 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 all the separate dice are 6. Would you bloody believe it? What incredible magic. And here's the thing, they are just normal dice. All of them. Look at that. Dices. And this is just, yeah, a plastic thing. But what of the lid? Is there magnet trickery going on? No, that's just lid as well. It's just a dice in it. Wow, what incredible magic. So, for those of you who don't know how this trick works or haven't worked out, it is actually magnets. Because what we have done, normally when doing this trick, you would palm this while this is going on, but I just put it off camera because that's easier, isn't it? This false dice top. So what you do is you have to work out which one of these dice has the magnet in. That won't take long, I doubt. I'll just go over like this. Okay, this is taking long. That's not actually good at all. Oh, because it's actually stuck to the sofa. Fair enough. Pop these in here. So there we are. Pretend they're all 6. I can't be asked to do them back up again now. And pop that on top. And oh, look. Oh, why is this? Hang on. What's going on here? Oh, and put them in the bloody lid. Twit. There we are. Right. Pop, 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 pop. Gee, look at all these dice that are random. Put the fake thing on the top. This goes on here. This has a powerful magnet under the 1. I don't know if you can see, actually, it looks very slightly different. And then when you throw it, you make sure it falls on it vertically, hence your use of drinking glass. And it goes ping onto the 1. The 1 sticks to the top, and there it is, look. Plop. And what a trick. What a day. What a thing has happened. But more importantly, we can now test the magnet on the back of this. Yes, it is magnetic. It's not very powerful, but it is powerful enough to stick the torch on. So that's all we needed. That's all we needed. But there we are. It's a nice little magic trick, that one. It is well done. As I say at the end, if you're not up to palming this into the hand and pretending it's not there and all that kind of stuff, what you can do instead is just, when it's in here, make sure nobody looks at it and just put that to one side. And that's magic. Right. Next item. Argument. Argument. Okay, this is a bit of metal you stick on your wall. What's this got to do with arguments? Well, have a look at the text on the other side. You know what? I'm actually going to open it first. If not, you won't be able to see what's in it properly. Ooh. I was going to say that's a weird texture, but that is obviously the protective layer on it, isn't it? Weirdly, doesn't have a protective layer on the printed side. Well, I suppose it's not as easily scratched. You could have this on your wall. I would argrave with you, but then we would both be wrong. Right, first problem is there's no such word as argrave. Is this an AI thing? Does it predate AI and somebody just can't spell? I've got no idea. So, obviously this is called argument. And so I would argue with you, but then we would both be wrong. For arguing, that doesn't make any sense. This word has got to be agree, surely. I would agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. There we are, we got to the core of that. But agree is so badly spelt, it looks more like argue. But then again, argrave isn't really argument. What an absolute mess. Dearie me. This could be alternate reality game rave. That sounds like quite a good time. But arguing with people, not so much. We've all seen the internet. I also really despise the design where they've made it look like it's rusty. So basically this will only fit on the wall of a slightly industrially designed pub or something. You wouldn't want it in your house, would you? What an absolute load of piffle. Next item. 0. 0. So, what would they give us for 0? Absolutely nothing. No, they do give us a bit more than that. It's a set of scales, tiny little pocket scales, CX series. Uses 2 ohms AAA battery, which I have already put in, and auto off, and has an LCD glowing display. And this will go up to 1,000 grams. Ooh, and it shows you 0.01 gram intervals. So, if you're a drug dealer, I'm sure you've got one of these already. Yay! Dear. So, yeah, it's just tiny little scales. Look. Tiny wee scales. Let's turn them on. Ding, dong, bling. And it's not doing a good job of tearing, or whatever the term is. There we are. It now says 0.0. I don't know if you can make that out. Probably not, because it's glowing too much. So, how much does something weigh? Well, I have always wondered how much Bruce Willis's head does weigh, and the answer is apparently 17.7 grams. Oh, you can't see it now because it's moved. It's far too bright to be properly seen anyway. Well, great. Probably work better on a flat surface as well. But I did test it a bit. Seems pretty accurate. The only other scales I've got are only to like a single gram. But it agreed with all of them. And the big test, especially for cheap stuff like this, is if you put something on it and it says, 17.7, and then you take it off, and then you put it on again, does it still say 17.7? This now says 17.76, which is a little bit off, but that's probably because it's on the bloody sofa. When I was testing it on a flat surface, it seemed to work. Yeah, it seemed to come up with the same answer every time, at least within 0.01 grams, which is pretty good, I think. So, yeah, there we are. So if you are dealing drugs out of your mother's basement and, you know, people come in and need their Clarky cats and cake measured up and all the other hardcore drugs, look at what you could potentially use. Or maybe you could use it for, like, jewellery, because, look, it's something there. That's what they're implying, at the very least. I remain unconvinced. Next item. Commando. Commando. Now, I was secretly hoping for something to do with the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Commando, but unfortunately, that is very unlikely. Oh, wait. Look, it's a bloody Schwarzenegger Commando action figure. I was so happy when I put this in. It came up as just under £15. Look at that. It is the Necker Toys, well, Arnie figure. It's bloody Colonel John Matrix. That's his real name. So whenever I think of Commando these days, I think of a friend who had not seen any Schwarzenegger films from the 80s. And he watched a couple and said, they're not really as I expected them to be. I thought they'd be a bit more sort of over the top and weird and semi-tongue-in-cheek, but they kind of weren't. And I said, yeah, watch Commando. And so he watched Commando and came back and said, that is exactly what I thought they'd be like. And I'm like, yes, Commando is kind of magnificent, an absolute nonsense fun time of a film. And, yeah, Arnie at the peak of his powers, whatever the hell that means. Retired Delta Force operative Colonel John Matrix lives a secluded life with his daughter. And he cuts logs and she squirts ketchup on him or something. When she is kidnapped by a brutal former team member seeking revenge, Matrix must travel to South America and get her back. Somewhere, somehow, someone's going to pay. What a stupid tagline. Somewhere, somehow, someone's going to pay. It sounds like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's going to go off and murder a random person. No, he goes and rescues his daughter. Crying out loud. So, the big question is, when you get figures like this from the internet, specifically Wish in this case, are they real? Is this like a Necker figure that, I don't know, failed some minor test or something? Is it an actual overstock Necker figure, or is it a complete fake? Well, it looks pretty good. It looks like the figure, as far as I could tell, you know, from the pictures given and that. I will say the expression on his face is a bit odd. Also, it's not sellotaped down. I've just realised that's sort of rare. Okay, let's see what we got. I can go away. Oh no, it's got twisty tie. Oh, that's right, it's easily untwisted. Yay! Right, here you go, John. he's got a sort of expression where he looks like he's being told off by his dad or something. John, don't go in the shed and kill people by throwing razor blades at them, you know, like those big round circular saw blades. Sorry, Dad. Yeah. What does it feel like? Oh, it's quite high quality plastic. Yes. Okay. The thing is with these figures often is to move the arms and legs and knees and shoulders and things around a bit, and if they immediately break and fall to bits, you've got a fake one. I have several figures like that. Or at least I did, till I threw them in the bin. This seems pretty good, actually. Yeah, genuinely quite impressed. Plus, that is an astonishing move. Bit of interpretive dance there from Mr. Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I think this is the real bloody deal. I mean, you can probably get it for like probably less than 15 quid if you actually went around toy stores these days or something. I don't know. But the fact remains, we bought it and... Oh. Ba-dum-bum. Is it real? I'm not so convinced it's real now. Because you probably wouldn't have that happening so quickly. Yeah. I think there's maybe a knockoff Matrix. Oh, well. No wonder he looks so chastised. Well, what does he come with on the accessories front? You got a couple of little rockets or something. Don't know what that is from the film. A knife, always important. Is there somewhere for the knife to go? Oh, yes, there's somewhere for the pistol to go. Anywhere for the knife to go? He's got kind of knives. Yes, knife can go in there. Right, let's get on it. You got to do it. Even though his arm has literally fallen out of its socket. Right, knife. And gun. This is definitely making me want to watch Commando again. Great sort of villain in that film. Australian guy who has this really weird relationship with Matrix. Like, he really likes Matrix. I think on some level he kind of wants to be him almost. But they end up on opposite sides. It's an interesting film. In the end, he lets off some steam, though, so it's all fine. There we are. Look at this. Look at this. And now you can... you know, there is literally I think it's a Marvel Comics character, could be DC, called Arm Fall Off Boy. And his power is his arms fall off, and he can pull his arm off and hit people with it. I wish I was joking, but that is actually a thing. But more importantly, do we have his iconic for the film? Yes. Good old rocket launcher. Look at that. US Army. Does this thing come up and move or anything? Oh, it does. Oh, yes, it breaks straight off. Brilliant. Really glad I did that. Get back on there. Well, hang on. What is this? Oh, yep. You can actually hold it. That's probably quite good. And can then, yeah, fire it and blow things up, because that's how 80s action films work. So, can we fix this? Do we need to heat it up in a bit of warm water or something first? I don't know. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's pretty much fixed. Oh, yeah. You have to be a bit careful with it going up and down, but yeah. Well, is it real or not? I'm now unconvinced. But the fact remains, I wanted something to do with Schwarzenegger's film Commando, and we bloody got it from the word Commando. And you know what? If that isn't a true victory, then my name is Herbal Flurb McGinty. And it isn't. If you would like to learn more about the 1984 film Commando, watch Oliver Harper's excellent retrospective, a link to which will be available on the screen after this programme and also linked in the description below.
Subscribe for more.